I tried pushing the Whopper button, but it just kept giving me a Baconator instead. Not that I mind actually, because Baconator's great. Anyone remember the Burger King King? This weird fella in a creepy king mask and outfit who would show up out of nowhere and feed you Burger King food? Is that thing still around, or did it go the way to doo-doo? No, seriously, do they still use the bastard? I haven't been to a Burger King in decades. These Whoppers just kept falling apart on me. At some point in 2006, Burger King attempted a promotional tactic where they would enlist developer Blitz Games to produce 3 Xbox video games that would be sold at Burger King restaurants for less than $5 a pop. These games would comprise Big Bumpin', Pocket Bike Racer, and today's subject matter, Sneak King. So these were originally intended to be Xbox Live Arcade titles for play on your Xbox 360. You know, the one with the red ring of death. But Burger King also wanted original Xbox owners in on that action, so you got these discs that, according to the package, contains both Xbox and Xbox 360 versions. So if you were to play this on an Xbox 360, you get shinier graphics or something to that extent, I don't know. I don't have an Xbox 360. But I do have an OG Xbox, and I could still play Sneak King because there's an Xbox version on the disc. Now, do I need to spend 5 to 6 minutes telling you that Sneak King is not worth it and you could find better stealth games elsewhere? Probably not, but we already spent it on that, so please humor me. Thanks. So in Sneak King, you are the king, and you have to sneak up on people and deliver them food to eat. No word as to whether they actually pay for their food or if the king simply delivers the feast out of the kindness of his own dark heart. The world may never know nor care. Anyway, you earn points depending on how elaborate your surprising innocent victims happens to be. Just walking up to them and giving them food is the bare minimum, but Sneak King encourages players to add a little flourish to the proceedings. In some cases, the extra flourish is required to be successful. Basically, the flashier the surprise, the more points you score, the higher you rank in a challenge. There are 4 areas in the game for you to explore, each with about 20 challenges for you to complete, which basically amounts to some variation of sneak up on some poor schmuck and offer them Burger King. Some challenges are easy, others require a bit of finesse and flourish for lack of better words. You only have 1 stage available to play at start, but the rest eventually unlock once you've completed a set number of challenges, almost all of which involve having this creepy masked dude sneak up on people and delivering them food that he pulls out of his ass or something. And listen, it's easy to take the piss out of this whole thing because of the whole product placement thing and the absurdity of Burger King selling you a video game that is basically an advert for more Burger King. Am I getting a craving for a Whopper or a double stacker burger while playing this? Not really, I'm in the mood for pizza from the local pizza joint right about now. But credit where it's due, Sneak King is not that bad of a game. If anything, it does employ its stealth elements rather competently. Sometimes it can be a bit easy to complete certain tasks because of how brain dead some of these characters are, but there are some challenges that might take a bit of going. Control is fine for the most part, fairly responsive. It'll take a bit to learn all the flourishes you could pull off, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad. The only real issue stems from the general tedious nature of gameplay. You're really just doing the same thing for 4 maps in a few hours, and if you complete all the challenges, you unlock a new costume, and that's it. There's not much in the way of replay value beyond trying to improve your rankings in the various challenges, but the one thing you can't say about Sneak King is that it's a poorly made game, because it's not. It's competent is what I'm saying. All things considered, Sneak King isn't necessarily a bad-looking game. While it's not the most visually exciting game ever conceived with its rather plain-looking and predominantly gray and brown settings, at the very least the elements are somewhat well-rendered and look pretty good for what is essentially a generational downgrade of an Xbox 360 budget title. Character models look somewhat decent if not a bit bland, very few graphical glitches or pop-ups, though it's been known to happen, and the King's flourishes are well animated if nothing else. Other than that though, it looks fine. Not a shining example of Xbox's graphical prowess, but still largely passable fare. In terms of audio, you have some gibberish being spoken, which is fine. You have some rather bland wallpaper music playing in the background, which is less than fine. Whenever you pull off a flourishing surprise, you get a triumphant anthem or jingle or two, which sounds fine. And sound effects are rather existent and clear, which is par for the course. I don't know, not the most exciting audio presentation, but it fills the auditory senses with sounds and music, so that's something, I guess. Overall, Sneak King is okay, I guess. For what was originally a sub $5 throwaway thing that they used to sell at Burger King restaurants, it does the bare minimum of following the stealth game template without the optional violence, and does a fairly competent job of it, if nothing else. And if you're into meme content and such, this will deliver in spades, I suppose. As for anyone else wanting a decent game to play, there are certainly worse things you can play than Sneak King, but that's not really saying a whole lot. It exists, and that's all there really is to it. Now, how about that Baconator?